I have a different idea. No. Whatever he says, Krishna as spiritual master, then he'll accept it. Another place in Bhagavatam, then just like in military, you just say, yes, sir. Are you ready? Yes, sir. We're in the process. We're in the process.
Yes.
We're in the process. I don't need an artificial yes, sir. I don't need my self-esteem built up by an artificial yes, sir. I'm not that insecure. I have a tough skin, very tough skin. Srivas knows that. I think, I don't know. Srivas is always, I know you said like that, Maharaj, Gurudev, but I was thinking. So it doesn't come across like he's arguing, right? He says, okay, that's nice, you said like that, I understand clearly. But I was also thinking, maybe like in a little different way. Many times, once we started to understand this with Srila Govinda Swami, we would just, when we ask Gurudev, we say, Gurudev, please don't tell me what you think I want to hear. I don't want Vanchana. I want Kripa. I want Kripa, I want mercy from Krishna, mercy from you. What is best for me? I don't know what is best for me. I failed already so many times. I failed as my own guru, endlessly, right? I need a new guru. So, Prabhupada said, this is the Vedic injunction from Upanishad, Acharyavan Purusha Veda, one who follows disciplic succession of acharyas, bona fide guru, disciplic succession, because they know things as they are. They have power of attorney. It's a question of authorization. Whatever knowledge is required by the mercy of Krishna, Krishna Parampara, disciplic succession, that knowledge will automatically come. So the spiritual master Prabhupada said he has got a very great duty, because he has to instruct the disciple in such a way that that person, that disciple, may not be misled. And that is not possible, because spiritual master is he who will simply speak from authoritative sources. So the bona fide guru is completely depending on Krishna, Krishna Parampara, previous acharya. My Gurudev, many times he said, I'm just a mere pipe. So reservoir of water is there, that's a Krishna, previous acharya, Parampara, and it's just coming in one pipe and going out the other pipe. Gurudev said, I'm just a mere pipe. Nothing concocted, nothing manufactured, nothing my opinion, my idea. What does Krishna want? Let that happen. That is best for you. So Prabhupada said you should find someone by Krishna's mercy that you can put faith and trust that Krishna is speaking to that person. That it's authoritative instruction. It's not whimsical, it's not artificial, it's not concocted, manufactured. Prabhupada says here, it's simply one who is hearing and speaking from bona fide authoritative sources. That is Guru. What Krishna has said, Bhagavad Gita, and what his devotees have said, Narada, Vyas, disciplic succession, that is his authority. He does not say, well, my feeling, my emotion, my opinion. not like this. Quoting authoritative sources. Therefore, it is perfect knowledge from perfect source. It is coming from the disciplic succession, and if one agrees, now without mercy of Krishna, mercy of bona fide Guru and disciplic succession, how you were going to understand that? Not possible. If you get mercy of Krishna, mercy of such a Guru in disciplic succession, then we can understand it, then we can put faith and intelligence in it, then we can receive Krishna's instruction through pure by medium of spiritual master. If we agree to accept that instruction, then he's also perfectly advancing. So now I accept you as my spiritual master, you teach me. This is that statement. So he basically said, okay, I failed acting as my own guru. It's useless. Cannot solve anything. He got weak, bewildered, could not function on any platform. And that means no peace, complete disturbed mind and senses. No peace, Prabhupada said, means no happiness, no satisfaction. So if we're acting as own guru, and you say, well, I'm peaceful, and I'm happy, and I'm satisfied, then God bless you. Then just keep going the way it's going. Let's see what happens in the end, right? For those persons who are already figuring it out by merciful intelligence, then they'll understand. Oh, no, I failed by myself. Uncontrolled mind and senses, all bad information flowing in there, intelligence, mind and senses, miscalculating, misunderstanding, all bad decisions, and suffering because of all of these faulty decisions. It's the root cause of our suffering condition. Okay, I admit my defeat. Then we'll surrender to Krishna. Then we'll seek Krishna as spiritual master to help us to understand how and what to do. Otherwise, we don't need a guru. Then you're just acting as own guru. And if you're satisfied by your results, then that's just going to continue until you're not satisfied. So, do you want Krishna or do you want Maya? You can't have both.
Yes.
So make a decision. Do you want Krishna or you want Maya?
Well, recently I've got too many lashes of Maya.
Huh?
Recently I've got way too many lashes of Maya. Like, that's the reason I came here. Like, it's enough.
But why you want to run back to get more of those heavy lashes?
Well, you know,
Are you feeling you're missing the heavy lashes?
no, not the. Not
You
the
got more heavy lashes that when you ran away to come here, those heavy lashes are twice as bad. That's what's waiting for you there. Maya's saying, hurry up, we gotta go back. We gotta give you twice as many heavy lashes. That way you can more quickly return back to Mayapur.
She's eager.
Huh?
She's eager to do her sex.
Maybe you can just ask Mom and Granddad, can you just send someone to beat me here? Then we can save money on the train and we can, just more practical. It's more logical. Can I just get the beating here? Since I'm already here, you know? And we don't have much money because I lost my job. Poor baby. You see, sentimentally, everybody can surrender to Krishna. That's not a big deal. And then as long as you're getting everything you want, oh, Krishna consciousness is very nice. And then as soon as we're put under discipline, or we're corrected, or we're instructed to act in a way that we did not plan or we don't even like, well, I don't know now if I want to be devotee. So that's going to be tested, isn't it? Samchi. It's really interesting how Krishna putting us on this topic, isn't it? And different devotees are all going through this more or less. Because if we don't realize all of that, and we don't surrender, and we don't want to really hear from Krishna and Guru, then what else do you want to talk about? What other information are you expecting? And Prabhupada says if you properly hear, it will lead you to action. It will force us to take action step. If we're not taking action step, means we're refusing to hear. Then we have to learn by some other means. Anyone else? Any points, question? Yeah?
Srila Gurudev, thank you very much for the opportunity to ask a question.
You see Mataji, right? She's never satisfied. Our cow lady. She's never peaceful, never satisfied, never grateful, always expecting, demanding, never satisfied, always grumbling and complaining. Nothing will ever change. Nothing is changing. So?
Srila Gurudev, thank you very much for this class. I just wanted to ask a question about the family. It means that everybody should go through this, like if we have in the family who do not want to be with Guru and Krishna, we cannot keep this sympathy and like we should be fully detached, yes, because Krishna do not like some.
Are you ready to detach yourself from your family?
Yes. I'm hearing and I'm getting some.
That didn't sound very strong. It sounded like a theoretical idea. Probably a good idea. But it's just proving how powerful and deep-rooted these bodily, conception and this attachment to bodily relation, this is not a small problem. And then without getting freed from that asatsanga, we cannot really advance in our spiritual life. That's why it says it's just like a snail's piss. Like snail's piss. Especially Grihastha ashram. My Gurudev used to say that the Grihastha ashram, your spiritual life is temporarily checked. Because you need to be in Maya. So your spiritual life is temporarily checked, and if you do make spiritual advancement, it's very little bit and like a snail's piss. And then devotees say, well, what's the point then, Gurudev, of being in the Grihastha ashram? And Gurudev said, that is the point. But you wanted it, for whatever reason, then you're going to get it. But you're going to get it in such a way you'll never ask for it again. It'll be burned, that desire will be burned out of you by the end. If you get special mercy, you'll be done with it. Yeah. Ananda, Ananda, bliss. Dash is never satisfied. Another one just listens to her stupid mind, her feelings, her emotions, her speculation, her family, her country, her people. I'm in Nepal, it's in the middle of nowhere. Living off of some main street, there's so much of fumes from the vehicles. It's not a healthy condition. The food is not exactly great. Rooms are not the 5-star. How I'm supposed to have a bunch of babies in this condition? This is not a long-term plan. Right? It's all stinking thinking, grumbling, complaining, right? Just whatever Guru Krishna tells, just follow that. When it needs to be adjusted, it will be adjusted. What's the problem? I mean, you don't trust Guru Krishna. Therefore, you're trying to take back control and once again be your own guru. And you don't like it. So it's very easy to act like sentimental and oh, Gurudev and oh, yes, yes. That's going to be tested. Didn't we discuss about this in Nepal, how we're going to be tested? And you cannot do it sentimentally. We're going to have to really surrender to holy name, really pray for the power of tolerance, really make a big sacrifice. It's not cheap, not easy thing. But if you have good association, you keep hearing and chanting, give you support, and you give you encouragement, and you hear repeated instruction from Guru Krishna, then you can pass it. You're just going to be miserable and try to force the Guru to change his instructions? Then you get Vanchana. Then with your Vanchana, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go and be peaceful and happy and satisfied if you're just running, if you're disconnected from the mercy of Guru Krishna, and now you're under complete control of uncontrolled mind and senses? Where exactly do you think you're going to go anywhere in the world for peace and happiness and satisfaction? What's that plan look like? Separate from Guru Krishna. Where is that world? Where does that place exist? In the Maldives? Crimea. Land is cheap there. It's right on the water. German bombs and all, you know. They're trying to blow up the bridge again, you know? Where are you gonna go? Srivas, what's the plan, man? Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go to be peaceful, happy, and satisfied? Where is that place? Assam? He can be the guru there. He likes that, you know? Everybody respecting me, worshipping me. I don't get respect anywhere else except Assam. Right? Oh. Even I'm feeling this bitter medicine, you know. Sometimes doctor also has to take some reaction, you know. Your baby, your wife, they like Assam? We can get some mud hut over there. Simple living, high thinking. No more materialism. Be nice. I can't wait to go to Assam. Anybody else? Why are you attached to Putana? Yeah? You're gonna tell me why you're attached to Putana?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a question that should I also detach from the family members who are actually creating favorable environment for me to hear and chant and come to you?
What?
Should I get detached from family members who are creating a favorable environment for me to come and hear from you?
You just told me they're calling you to come back and not to stay here and hear
No,
from them.
Maharaj, it's actually only one of my family.
Your husband.
No.
Your blind husband.
No, Maharaj. The one who is supporting is my mother. Only she is.
Your husband said if you don't break all the regulative principles, he's going to take you to the police.
Yes, that's why I don't stay with him much. I don't like to stay with him.
Huh?
That's why I don't stay with him.
She doesn't stay with her husband because she doesn't
That's
like
why
to stay.
I live. I don't like to stay with him.
Cuckoo. One day later, she's telling me 180-degree opposite story.
Yes, it's a fact.
She's telling she married a blind man as a husband,
But I didn't say that.
right? He's blind, right?
Blind and went to threatened he would go to the
He's a
police.
witness. And what else did she say? That way I won't get blamed, you know. I'm not making this up. He's a witness. What did she say? What did she say? She married a blind man, and then if she does, what is it?
And then he threatened he would go to police station if she doesn't break the principles.
Yeah. So if she doesn't break the principles, the husband gonna take to the police.
Maharaj, actually, I am not staying with him because of that. That's why he wants to take me to the police.
She says because that's why she's not staying with the husband, and that's why he wants to take her to the police.
I couldn't say it because I was nervous.
So is this the person who's favorable that you're here hearing and chanting in association with devotees?
No, but mother is helping me to stay away from him. So should
The
I discard her?
the mother's helping her to stay away from the
She
husband,
sent me to Mayapur to hear from him.
and the mother sent her to Mayapur to hear Krishna-katha.
Chant and be happy. Keep it simple. Simple living, high thinking. Chant and be happy. Alright? You have very simple life now, right? Yeah. So yeah. It's all good. Anything else? Anyone else? Yes? Mataji? Hare Krishna? Hi, Paul.
Hare Krishna Gurudev. It's like independent. Being independent and dependent. There are so many people, so many devotees. It's so many
Independence?
independent. The word independent. Being independent.
What is it?
She's asking about the word independence.
Independence and
Yes,
dependence.
you want Krishna or do you want the Maya?
Yes, if we get Krishna, Maya itself is there. So we look for Krishna. We have to. So Maya itself is there.
So what's the
I
question?
have like hearing problem with the ladies' voices somehow.
The thing is that I wanted to know, Guruji, it's like independent. For some,
Prabhupada says minute independence. We have minute independence to make one choice, to surrender to Krishna or surrender to Maya. That's the extent of our independence. So if we surrender to Krishna instruction, Guru Krishna instruction, then you'll come under shelter and protection in divine spiritual energy, superior spiritual energy. If we don't choose to do that, then we go to Maya, then you come under this inferior material energy, Maya energy. So either Guru and Krishna control you by your choice, or Maya controls you. So all you can do is desire either Krishna or Maya. Once you make that choice, then your independence is finished. Now you're controlled, guided, controlled by Guru and Krishna in spiritual energy, or Maya with uncontrolled mind and senses in the material energy. So Maya will tell you what to think, what to feel, what to do, how to do. So Maya will control your intelligence, mind and senses and concoct feelings, emotions, plans. If we surrender, properly use our minute independence to surrender to Krishna, Guru and Krishna, then Krishna will give us purified intelligence and spiritual instruction inside and out as to what he wants us to do. So we're going to surrender, we're going to hear, we're going to follow instructions. It's just a question of if it will be Guru and Krishna or it will be Maya. Is that simple enough?
Gurudev, there is one more very simple question.
One more simple question.
Yeah.
And one more simple answer.
Haribol. It is believe whether do Sri Hari knows every truth of every life,
Does the Lord in the heart, does he know everybody's life?
Sri Hari knows every
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's watching us make all the wrong decisions, right? And
Steps to
neglecting
steps.
him and acting independently, being stupid. So he has to also watch this thing.
Hurts and harms.
Huh? Krishna says, I'm in the heart of every living entity. Antaryami, Chetaguru. So Krishna is next to the soul and fulfilling the desire. Do you want to remember me or you want to forget me? You want to serve me or you want to serve Maya? You want to hear my instructions, touch Chinu, or you want to hear Maya's instructions? Do you want Kripa or you want the Vansana? So based on that desire, Krishna is helping you spiritually if you want. And if we don't want Krishna, then he'll turn you over to Maya. Maya will put the handcuffs on you, put the chain around your neck, and drag you. Those are the two choices. We think we have so many choices. We have so much independence. We're free to think and to speak and do so many things, unlimitedly, right? But it's either Krishna or Maya, and it's just endless variations of Maya.
Gurudev, I end up with this by a strong belief that Sri Hari, Sri Krishna know every truth and every seconds of every truth of every life. So we
Krishna
believe
knows
that
everything?
Sri Hari knows every truth of the life, of every human beings, every life. We believe that.
What is it?
And the fruities of the life.
Yes, she's saying Krishna is the witness and he's seeing everything.
Yes. Past, present, and future. He knows everything. He's the witness, he's the judge. What is your desire? He's fulfilling your desire. What is your desire? What is the strength of your desire? That's why it says, be careful what you desire, because you might just get it. So we might just get Vanchana cheated if we're not careful. So if we make instruction from Guru and Krishna, life and soul, and try our level best to follow that, then you'll get the mercy and spiritual strength and intelligence how to continue. If we listen to the stupid mind and our feelings and emotions, and I was thinking, and I was talking to so-and-so, and then they were thinking, and then we all were thinking, and now nobody's thinking. Then Maya will just talk you right out of it. Oh, this is not practical. Oh, that's not logical. Oh, this problem is there. That problem is there. So many problems are there. Endless problems are there. You think you go somewhere else, there's no problem there?
Tricky words, a tricky life.
The biggest problem is our own stupid mind.
Devotions also.
If we're not connected to Guru and Krishna, Krishna Rishikesh is purifying, controlling mind and senses. So if we don't surrender to Rishikesh, we don't surrender to Krishna, Guru and Krishna instructions, that means automatically Maya will capture your intelligence, mind and senses. So now we have uncontrolled mind and senses, thinking, feeling, willing towards sinful activity and sinful reaction. That will be the cause of our suffering condition. So that choice is ours. What kind of life do we want? What type of consciousness do we want? What type of... Do we really want to be peaceful and happy and satisfied? Are we happy being just grumbling and complaining, no gratefulness, no appreciation, no joy, no satisfaction, materially or spiritually? Then that can also be a choice. All right? Thank you. Any other thing? Yeah?
Hi.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My name is Hannah. I'm happy to be here.
Hannah?
Hannah.
Hare Krishna.
I come from
Bhaktin Hannah.
Bhaktin Hannah.
Yeah.
I come from Denmark. And
I went to Denmark before.
I know, everyone tells me. I'm sorry I was not there.
You were not there?
Nope.
Then you had to come here.
Yeah. I was there a month ago, and then synchronicities brought me to Nepal, and then suddenly I was looking for a guest house, and I ended up in the Krishna temple, and they brought me here. Yeah. And the reason why I went traveling is because I'm like on a healing journey.
To get what?
Healing. I'm on a healing journey.
She's on a healing journey.
You're on a healing journey.
I was sure you could hear me. I think I speak so
To be
very
really
clear.
honest, my hearing is bad.
Yes. Maybe they should put up my thing.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But even if you're screaming at me,
All right.
but I'll try.
Okay.
All right?
Good.
Hana, Bhaktin Hana, traveling for healing.
Exactly.
Okay? And somehow you met devotees and they brought you here.
And it was because I was in a Krishna temple in Copenhagen a month ago that I ended up here, in
Somehow
Nepal.
Krishna brought you here.
Exactly.
Were you in Nepal?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just came for a week.
Did you meet our devotees there?
Yes.
And they said to come here?
Yes.
Oh, now
And they
I'm
helped
understanding.
me. They helped me make a visa. They helped me, everything to get here.
Oh, okay. Now I understand. I'm very happy you came.
Yes. Thanks. Me too.
That also shows that there's a great preaching potential in Nepal. There are many local people there, many foreign devotee people coming there looking for some healing. Chinese people coming looking for healing. Looks like a really nice spot to pick up some nice souls. That's why Krishna put us there. We were just going there for like little sightseeing. Everybody heard about Nepal, Kathmandu, right? And we had a little preaching idea to go there. We never went there to open a center, and this is all Krishna's arrangement. And then he sent you there once we got everything set up. That's great. You're having a good experience here?
Yes.
So far so good?
So far so good. Some obstacles, mentally and spiritually.
Yes, we have body, mind, and soul.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if we heal ourselves from inside, from soul platform, then our body and our mind will become more peaceful, more healthy. So the root of all of these diseases, bodily, mentally, is because we have a spiritual deficiency. So if we don't fix that, just running to try to solve the mental and the physical problem alone, it's not enough, because we're not getting to the root of the problem. That's the beauty of Ayurveda, is they're trying to understand what is the root of the problem. And even deeper than that is understanding that the spiritual disease, that suffering that's coming on the body and mind, is because there's a spiritual disease. So if we can somehow rectify that, then body and mind will become more purified and more peaceful, more healthy. But also some nice medicine. If you have some immediate problem, we should also try to deal with it. Yeah.
Exactly. I have tried in different ways for the last 9 years, and I'm beginning to get a little bit desperate, but I'm still very determined to.
Nice. You'll
Yeah.
stay here for until the end of the month?
No, I will go with the Dasha and Baladev. I forgot your name, Baladev.
Baladev,
Yeah.
yeah.
Baladev back to Kathmandu.
What is it?
She'll go with Baladev and Dasha back to Kathmandu when they go.
Make sure you drag them back there with you.
They definitely think I
They
should
brought
stay.
you here, but you got to bring them back there. Now,
Yes, I know.
that's what friends do, you know? Friends helping friends.
Yeah.
That means it's working. So you're surrendering, then Krishna making arrangement, and then step by step, Krishna will send some nice people, and just organically, step by step. We're not trying to collect everybody. We just want, like, what do they say, birds of the same feathers, they're flocking together. So we just need some like-minded people who little bit understand us and who have a similar kind of path and understanding, so that when we're communicating, we're really talking the same language and we have the same goal, and we're just trying to support, encourage each other to how to do better and better and how to reach the spiritual goal. So that's the real purpose of our association. And we're just talking in different ways how to help the devotees to overcome different challenges and obstacles and weaknesses, and just to give them some knowledge and give them some support and some strength, even sometimes a little kick, because sometimes we're a little stubborn and sometimes we need a little to get us moving. Sometimes we're doing, our mind is making like a go slow. In India, you know how they say you go on strike when nobody shows up for the job? In India, they have go slow. So everyone shows up to the job, but they go like really slow. When I came to Orissa, you know, I said, why these people, they're on strike? And I said, no, they're at work, but they're on the go slow. What does go slow? It means they showed up, but they're not exactly, you know, putting all of their energy into the work. So they're making a statement, right? So sometimes we're showing up, but it's like go slow. We brought the body, plopped it down there, and then the mind is like flying around all over the universe. So we brought the physical body, but the mind is not, is just traveling somewhere else. So now we have to try to somehow capture the mind and bring the mind into the process. So this is a big challenge. We're trying, and we're trying. The more cooperation that we have, the more effective it is, because then you can really, you know, zero in on very specific questions and doubts that we need to have answered, and doubts we need to have destroyed, in order that we can get confidence and faith and determination to keep going through the process, because it's not easy. Sometimes we have a saying in English that says, you know, nobody said it's going to be exactly easy. So this idea that, you know, just we came sentimentally to surrender to Krishna, and then all of a sudden, like, everything's just supposed to go easy, it doesn't work like that. That's a false expectation. There are going to be a lot of tests, a lot of challenges. My Gurudev used to talk about praying for tolerance. And I used to think that, well, tolerance is you just try to tolerate. But what does it mean to pray for the power of tolerance? I didn't quite understand that point. And then Guru Krishna put me in such a heavy situation that barely you cannot tolerate it. Then you're like, Krishna, please, if you please give me power of tolerance, that I can tolerate and be patient with this situation, or by following those instructions, then you get the power of tolerance by mercy of Guru Krishna. You can go through it. So this is a process of purification, and sometimes it's very uncomfortable, and sometimes when you speak the truth, it's unpalatable, and sometimes we have a different misunderstanding that the spiritual discussion should be sweet and flattering and uplifting and, life affirming and self-esteem and all of this type of thing. We grew up with hearing all of this thing, right? But really, that is all just some sentimental platform. So we want to hear what is the truth. We're supposed to be seekers of the truth. And sometimes the truth is very unpalatable, especially when we did not previously understand it or see it for what it is.
What means unpalatable?
It means it's not tasty. It's like a little bitter. It's like a little pinching, like disturbing. So in the social circles, it says, when you meet people, you should speak something sweet, something encouraging, something nice. But in the spiritual circle, we're trying to speak what is the truth. And especially in the beginning, that's sometimes little pinching, little disturbing, little difficult to understand or to digest it. But still, anyway, we have to understand the truth. If Krishna is saying the world is a prison house and it's a miserable place, and he made it that way, well, people don't want to hear that. They want to think that this world is a beautiful place and it's a place of enjoyment. So we want that place, but it's not here. That's in the Vaikuntha and spiritual world, where everyone's perfect gentleman, perfect lady, so much love and affection and spirituality and proper dealings and proper behavior, and that is in the spiritual world, not in the prison house. So we should understand what is what. So if you say, well, I don't want to see the world as a prison house, a place of suffering, well, that might be inconvenient for you to hear that it's a prison house and Krishna made it that way, and he made suffering for a very particular purpose. And sometimes people say, well, if God is so great and he's so powerful and he's all-knowing and he's all loving, then why is he making prison house, and why is he putting everybody under some type of suffering condition? So we're not properly behaving, and we're being punished for that. But we're blaming God for that. I'm a nice person. I never hurt anybody. What did that baby do to suffer like that? So it's if you don't understand the science and the purpose, it's very easy to misunderstand it and say, how can God be all merciful and all loving, and then people that look very innocent in this life, that they're in some type of a suffering condition. So to come to understand all of the details of that creation and how Krishna and why Krishna created it, those are new information to us, and in some way it's unpalatable truth, because we want it to be a blissful, happy place. But Krishna said, I designed it to be temporary and miserable. So the whole point is just do your business spiritually and try to get out of here. My Gurudev used to say, if Krishna wanted this place to be a happy place, he would have made it that way. So if you want a happy, blissful place with really perfect personalities and friends and relations, that means you have to go to Vaikuntha. You have to get out of the prison and you have to go to the spiritual world. And Krishna says, if you think about me and you understand me, you have devotion, love and affection for me, when you leave this body, then you come back to me. Then you don't have to take another birth here in this prison house of the material world. So this is the perfection of spiritual life. The purpose of spiritual life is to get free from sin, sinful reactions, purify our consciousness, elevate that consciousness enough to be able to get spiritual body, eternal body, and not have to take another one of these material bodies. Because that's where all the suffering is. All the disease is on this body and mind platform. But if you get a perfect spiritual body and mind, intelligence, there's no suffering. Yeah.
That leads me to another thing I was thinking about bringing up with you, which is because I've been working on this healing issue for the last 9 years, my life have kind of like been standing still for those 9 years, and now I got pretty old. I'm 44, and that makes me think about the fact that, okay, so now it's actually kind of too late to have a family. And I'm worried if since I was 19, I lived in an ashram when I was 19 for 3.5 years. And there I decided I wanted to spend my life trying to get out of this wheel of rebirthing.
Yeah.
So I didn't want a child or children because I thought that could be an obstacle in that yoga direction that I was participating in at that point. So now I grew older and suddenly I feel this, are you sure you didn't want a family? And then I'm afraid that there came a desire here in the last moment or too late moment.
How old are you?
44.
Too late.
Yes, that's the thing. And I'm a little...
Too late.
I'm thinking the same, and thank you for saying that.
And it's a blessing. It's a blessing because if you know something is not an option,
Then I can relax.
Huh?
Then I can relax.
Then you can know, if we know something's not an option, then it's like, why think about it?
I'm not 100% sure that I believe you yet.
But don't just believe me, just look at Vedic system, Vedic knowledge. Listen to the authority of Krishna, disciplic succession, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, scriptures, all of the spiritual law books that are coming from Krishna and passed down eternally. In all of those books and scriptures, they would never allow or sanction or encourage someone at that age to start to think about pursuing householder life. So it's not just like my opinion. I'm just quoting from the knowledge of the books and scriptures and all of the other instructions that I heard in this line since time immemorial. There's nowhere that it would ever sanction or allow or give advice or instruction that would be an option. So that's why it's not just me just speculating, giving you my opinion. So I don't see anywhere in authorized scriptures and in any instruction from any bona fide guru in disciplic succession that they would authorize or give this type of an instruction. So the advantage of that, if you accept that, is that my Gurudev used to, when he met women that either were married and the person left or died, or they came later on in their life and they were a little bit too old to think about getting married, my Gurudev used to say, you know, it's actually a blessing because now you can just make Krishna your husband. And you don't have to deal with these materialistic men who are big headache. So your life will just be much more peaceful and happy that you don't even have to bother your head with all of this nonsense. So that's why I say it's a blessing. So if something is like that, right, and then some thought comes and some desire comes, and you say, well, according to scriptures, according to the Guru, Krishna, if it's not an option, then why even like dwell on it, or why try to cultivate it or be hopeful for something that's not actually an option? So it actually frees you from that constant like worry and speculation and like, you know, should I do this or not? Is it too late? So it literally eliminates that disturbance from your mind if you can take it from like an absolute Vedic and scriptural kind of process and system. According to Daivi Varnashram system in Krishna consciousness and Vedic culture, this would never be acceptable. So now you could find some gurus who will say, you know, do whatever you want. You know, if you really want to be cheated, you know, I'm sure, and I'm not saying you are, but if people want to, you know, if they want to do something, there'll be somebody who's saying they're a guru who'll say, well, that's all right. But if you really want to know the truth, it's not really all right. And you may never want to come and see me again, but at least sometime, either now or later, you'll realize that I'm speaking just really honestly, straightforward to you.
No, I really appreciate it, for sure. And there's a reason why I have avoided to have children in my life up until now, because that has been a big option many times. So it was more like the fear that I would, whenever I go into menopause in X amount of years, that I would panic and think, oh no, I didn't do it, and that would create a desire that would create a next life in this world.
Right.
That was kind of like my...
That's why if you get definitive answer, right?
Then I can let go of that desire.
Yeah, if you get a definitive answer and it's actually scripturally and spiritually accurate, then what happens is the strength of that faith and understanding from an authoritative, bona fide process or source, that will protect you and eliminate when this type of doubt or fear may come at any point, now or in the future. You'll know that you're rooted in the truth, and that you'll be able to overcome any type of doubt or any type of second guessing, or some weakness or something will come. Immediately say, no, this is according to Guru Sadhu Shastra, this is Vedic culture, this is according to the Vedic Daivi Varnashram system, this is according to all of the scriptures. So then you'll actually have something, not someone's opinion or feeling or emotion, but actually a foundation in the law books and in the actual instructions from Krishna through disciplic succession. And we can find that for you specifically, so you can...
I would love that.
Yeah, you can see it for yourself, because that would be very important to you, because you're already anticipating that at a certain point this thing may start to attack you, and then how will I be so far older that I'll be like in some kind of quandary or dilemma. So if you have those instructions and you can clearly see how authorized that is, and it's not just somebody's opinion or feeling or speculation, then that will be like a real strong weapon for you anytime that the Maya may try to come and disturb you or create some doubt or try to make some weakness of heart or something like that. So we'll find that for you, and then you can see for yourself that I'm just repeating, authorized source. I'm not just some new person who's just giving his opinion about whether you should have children or not. That's not really my business to say. But I could see that you're at a stage, and I asked your age because sometimes there might be some way that still it may be possible, but not at that age. There's no way to spiritually justify that, and so better know, the truth.
And I said before that I agree with you on those men, but sorry, but as far as I understand, that means you also don't think I should go into a relationship, like a long-term relationship or something like this.
Means no contact, no materialistic bodily contact or relationship. So basically, we have a lot of Matajis who are in a similar situation as you, who either had a husband and then they left or died or didn't want to be devotee, and different circumstances are similar to that. And so we have many women who are in a very similar situation, and I explained and showed them exactly according to scriptural, kind of the laws of the Vedic culture and the scripture, and they just also accepted that. And then you can work on your spiritual life, and you can be engaged in your devotional services, and then you have nice association of other devotees and Matajis who are also in a very similar situation, and they can also share, their strength and their understanding of how they're going through that process and being peaceful and happy and reasonably satisfied. It's not ideal, because ideally we should have all been married, in the 20s, and proper age to have children, right? Because it's Kali Yuga, everything is so dysfunctional, and our whole backgrounds and where we're all coming from, everything is really, it's not ideal at all. So trying to make the best use of the bad bargain, but sometimes you can't really justify it or make enough of an adjustment that it would actually be practically effective from a spiritual point of view. So that's why better to know, Yeah. And it's, it's a blessing in disguise in one sense.
It has also been my desire.
Hmm?
It has also been my desire to not, either it should have been when I was younger or not. I can't say it so clear. It has been, well, actually I felt more like being an auntie or something, a grandmother than a real mom. So if I'm in a community, I can still support others with children.
Absolutely. And also if other devotees have children,
yes.
Right, you can also help them.
Exactly.
And still have relations. Sometimes in other countries, like you can adopt children also, right? So I'm not saying that that's what we're doing, but there's enough children around, and sometimes the mothers, they need like a little break, and you see different Matajis are holding the babies and helping out a little bit, taking them for a walk, and so you can obviously have some relation. Maybe you can be a teacher, or you can have some way to interact, with the children of the other Matajis who are married, who have children. So that's normal, and that's when you have a nice community, a family like that. And when trust is developed and relationship is developed, then automatically this is like natural thing.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for taking it positive way, and we'll get you some of those references so that you really understand. I'm not so bold to just make a speculative.
I believe you, but I think it will be good for me to read it myself.
No, it will help you. It will really help you, because that's the basis of also how I'm answering that question, right? So if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be so strong in my understanding and faith in that process to be able even to answer your question. I wouldn't even be so bold to make that type of a statement. So if that's giving me that strength and understanding, then it will do the same for you.
Actually, I also have been very believing since the different diseases or the complications have occurred, that this was Krishna's way of telling me what is my path in this life, that I was not supposed to get children or do this and that. I was stopped in all the stuff I was doing, like an ant running to build this and do that career and have that family, and then I had this stop, and I knew immediately it was God telling me something by making these bodily limitations.
Well, you said just previously that because you want to be devotee, because you have a strong spiritual desire, then Krishna also knows that. You see, so in some way, that's why I said it's a blessing in disguise, because you won't be distracted and by the complication of being in the Grihastha ashram, and since you're still young enough, you actually can still make serious commitment to spiritual life without the encumbrance or the complexity of the family life. So you still are young enough to actually seriously cultivate your Krishna consciousness with the time that you have. So it's really Krishna's, arrangement and mercy on you that, a little bit saved you from having to go through all of that. So there must be something within you that is serious enough that Krishna protecting you from having to go through that situation. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
All right, Boris, are you all right? Are you happy? Are you healthy? Are you awake? You're all right. So everybody, thank you very much for your coming and giving me a chance to speak a few words. I appreciate that very much. Shri Gaurnitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gaur Govinda Swami, Srila Gurudev ki, Samaveda Bhakta Binda ki, Gaura Premanande, Gaura Premanande. Hare Krishna. Gurudev ki. Hey, give to that Mataji the dollar.